Hey guys, welcome to another episode. Today we're going to be uncovering, right over there, my 1978 Fiat 124. A lot of people have seen it in the backgrounds of the videos while we work on the 850. And as you can see, it's kind of turned into a hold stuff shelf, which kind of happens with projects. But since we're so close to being done with my house, a lot of this stuff is finally going to get moved out. But we're going to get this moved out of the way. That way we can get the cover off, and I'll be able to show you guys this car a little bit more in depth. I've had a lot of people ask me about it on Instagram, which if you don't follow me, you need to, at Garage Time TV. And we'll get this uncovered out here in the nice open so I can walk around for you guys. And if you noticed, the dumpster is different. So we are that much closer to being done. It's half the size, so we are so close to getting rid of that, which means that hopefully soon we will be doing a driving video on the 850, but stay tuned for that. So you gotta make sure you subscribe and hit the red button on the bottom there. So let's get some of this stuff moved out of the way. We'll get the cover off and we'll get it out in the nice sunshine. Alright, so we're going to do the great big unveil. Unveil? Unveil. Reveal. Reveal. We're doing a reveal. I'm going to take off this cover. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I recently rolled this out and gave it a bath. So it's nice and shiny for the video today, so you guys can see it. Pop it out of gear, and we'll get her out. So this is how I keep it stored. I do have a hard top for it. This is a snug top, is what this is called. It's a hard top. Definitely screams 70s, based on the back here. And I got this from a friend in my car group, my Fiat group. And as you can tell, it needs some new rubbers and things. But it was free, and you can't beat free. He didn't want it, he didn't have the space. So I just store it on top of it. And whenever I want to go for a drive in it, I'll just take the top off, lean it up against the fence, and take off like that. But this is it. Let me get that hard top off for you guys. It's really easy. It's relatively light because it's mostly fiberglass. And then I will get you guys resituated, and I'll see if I can get the car over a little bit so a little bit more centered. All right, the top is down, the top is off. Got it over on the fence over there. And our neighbor's AC unit is on, so that might be what you're hearing in the background. But this is my 1978 Fiat 124. It is the two-door convertible, if I can speak today. This is my first project. I got this car in 2017, I want to say, late 2017, and she is not perfect by any means. She's not the caliber of a restoration as the 850, but I learned a lot of what I know on this car, and this car has given me a lot of fun, but a lot of headache too. And that's where you learn. So let's start up here. I'll pop the hood, we'll get under here, I'll show you guys the upgrades we've done here, and then we'll work our way back. So under the hood we've got dual Weber carburetors, and I've got the waffle intake right down there, you can see it. So I've got a dual carbureted. I've also got a performance cam. It's a little bit taller lobes, so it gives that more air and fuel, but it does have a stock exhaust cam, so I only upgraded the intake. And this is the 2-liter, so this is the one that came out of 79 or on, so this is not the original motor, but I've done so much that an original motor wouldn't have done any justice. But it does have the bigger radiator. I went to an electric fan. It pushes more air than the stock one does, and it's way lighter. If you know anything about these fans, the factory ones were so heavy, so it's nice to have something lighter on the front. But yeah, this is a 2-liter, dual carbureted, and I've got the higher compression pistons, so it's about a 9.1, 9.5 to 1 ratio in here. And I have replaced literally everything in here. It was non-running when I bought it, but I've gone through the entire brake system, all new booster, master cylinder, obviously the new engine, cap, rotor, all this stuff has all been redone. Come over to this side. And so a lot of work got done into here. I have really good friends that really helped me build this thing because I had no idea. But just the fact that I can come and just pull this out and start it right up, which we'll do, don't worry, and take off is awesome. And this car is a lot of fun to drive. But like I said, there's been a lot of upgrades on here. And it's a lot of fun to drive. So it's not perfect by any means. This is just my fun car. This paint job is awful, as you can tell down here and around here, and I don't even have my wipers set right. Gotta adjust those, but there's always something to work on with this car, and I think that's kind of what has me keep it around. Not only is it the original one, but it is always something to work on, which is nice. Keeps you busy, you know, nothing wrong with being busy. So I've got I had the car sandblasted before it was painted, and it revealed all these dings. I don't know how well it's going to show for you guys, but there's all sorts of dings here around the headlight and around here. I think I paid like 900 bucks to have this car completely painted after I sandblasted it. So this is just something for now, and you know, maybe down the road it'll be something better. But this is a lot of fun. I went down to the gear reduction starter, which is really nice. Makes it a lot easier to start. And the dual carburetor is, again, a lot of fun. I get a lot of good power out of this. I'm pushing probably close to 130, 135 horsepower out of this, maybe a little bit more. I haven't had it dyno tuned, but with all the upgrades, that should be pretty close. So with that being the engine, we'll move on to the interior. These are not the original seats that came with the car. I found these online. I paid 200 bucks for the pair. That was a steal of a deal. I originally had Astrovan seats in here, so they sat super tall, and when you sat in it, your head was above the windshield, so it was kind of useless, so I couldn't really do anything with that. But this is the original steering wheel that was in the car. There's lots of aftermarket ones, but I just kind of stuck with the original. And I kind of went a little crazy on the green, but my carpet is green also. This is that outdoor carpet that you can like use for your patio. So it's UV resistant, it's water resistant, mildew, mold resistant. So it's good for always having the top down, so if you ever get caught in that rainstorm, you don't have to worry about that problem. Granted, we do have a new top on this, but I don't want to have to use it if I don't have to. And the other thing that's new on this that I've done is this dash. It's completely custom. This is all one piece of wood. I did a delete of the glove box and I put the radio there. I've had a few people ask me, well, how can you change the radio? Well, I can reach it. I've got long enough arms where it's no problem. And I've got all my gauges in the middle. This is a little tricky because the blower for the defrost is here. Not that I ever needed that. But these gauges were really close to that plastic piece back there, so that was a lot of trial and error on those. But I wanted to go with the Ferrari style where it's all in a line, so that was kind of my inspiration there. And then this custom shifter boot to match the car, again wore green, but my wife made me that. I am quite proud of that, and that thing has lasted several years, so thank you, my dear wife. The door cards are new. These are not the original ones. The original ones were really falling apart, and so they had some cards on sale, so I went and got those, and they look amazing. I do not have the armrests, but I'm a big guy, and so I need all the room I can get, so that's why I don't have those. And then the dash is a fiberglass dash. It's not the original soft one. You could wrap this and make it a soft one, but I don't mind the plastic. It looks good. And then let me push the seat forward. Back here, I did a back seat delete. so there's no back seat back here. It was definitely a waste of space, but I found a pattern, I guess you'd call it, for how to make this that someone else had done it. So I made it, wrapped it in black carpet. I should have done green, but I think I'll eventually go back to black down here. And so what I did under here is I hid a little compartment, so when we go to shows, my wife can put her purse back here or whatever, if we need insurance card, all that good stuff. So I also put the, let me see if I can see it. It's gonna be way down there. I put our amplifier. So I've got 2 speakers in the back, plus the, obviously I think you've probably noticed that, the sub there. And then I've got a speaker in each kick panel. So this has a really good sound system in it, a true surround sound, which is nice. These back pieces back here are also not original. They're a plastic replacement. But they do the job, nothing fancy. The center console is also a replacement, it's not original. All the interior in this thing was just toast. It's like someone had left the top down and just let nature take care of it. Luckily the floors are really solid, so I didn't have to do any metal work on this. Very nice. So we'll go to the back. Someone had taken the chrome luggage rack. People are really kind of torn between these, whether they want the luggage rack, no luggage rack. I personally want it and I like it. Because if we ever do go to any events with this, we can always put a small suitcase or something on there, because there's definitely no room in the trunk if you know anything about that. So originally the one that was on here was like a spray painted black, and one of my friends from our car group said, hey, I've got one in really good shape that's the original chrome, do you want that? I said heck yes. So I got that and replaced it. It's made a world of a difference. And the other thing I've done back here is the shocks. I've tucked these in, so you drill a hole from the underneath and you can actually squeeze these in and it tucks them. You can see how close it gets here. And it tucks it all the way around. Nice and tight, so it really just kind of sucks that in, and it makes it look a lot better. I did it again over here also. In the front, see how close it gets here, but it's nice and tucked. So nice and close. There's still a gap, but it's nice and close, and it just kind of keeps the originality of the car, but it's not just so awful big heavy chunky bumpers. So yeah, this is a lot of the interior here and exterior, and a lot of what I've done. In the trunk I just put a piece of wood in there, nothing really crazy to see in there. But yeah, let me get you guys reset and we'll start her up. All right, let's get the key. The fuel pump run for a second. Make sure those bowls are nice and filled. And let's give it a shot. Not bad for a couple day cold start. It's been sitting for about 3 or 4 days. Give it a little bit of rev. Alright guys, so that is going to be the end of the tour of my 124. I thought it'd be cool to run them out and run side by side. I have not done that yet, so I thought they deserve to run together for once. So that is done. This is it. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to drop them down below. But don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. If you have any questions, like I said, drop them down below. I also have Instagram, so make sure you guys are following me on Instagram at Garage Time TV, just like that. And I also have a Facebook page at Garage Time TV. So make sure you guys like that page so you guys can interact with me, and I will always be there. So until next time, guys, we'll see ya, and thanks for coming.